Evening. Today the NEET class on oscillation. We are continuing the fourth class is this. Now already we have done the sums, a few sums. I am continuing this. Today this is the first sum. Say sine omega t minus cos omega t. Right. This is say x. Right? It is x. Now is it a simple harmonic motion? Because sine wave and cos wave combination of the sine wave is like this and cos wave is like this. When you combine these two, this is a negative, this plus this minus this, you will get a new sine wave. Yes, you know that, but how to prove mathematically, that is important. Therefore what I do is look, this I can already similar type of sum I have done already. Here sine omega t into 1 by root 2. If you multiply, I will be getting back this. Here also cos omega t into 1 by root 2. This is equal to x. This is 1 by root 2 is cos 45. This is also sin 45. Sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. Is it not? Sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. That is equal to sin a minus b. Is it what? A minus b. You have to think mentally all these things. This is root 2. Therefore, x is equal to root 2 sin omega t minus pi by 4. Therefore, the amplitude, this is an amplitude, this is a sine wave. Therefore, this is a simple harmonic wave with the period. What is the period? Omega is equal to 2 pi by t. The period is what? 2 pi by omega. When they give 4 choice, this is going to be the correct choice. Therefore, now you have to identify. Similarly, plus also, or they may give cos and sine like this. Then again, suppose another problem I pose it. This is a simple pendulum, right? Now from here to here, this is the maximum displacement from mean position. It's an amplitude. From here it is coming back, again same amplitude A, right? Is going to the extreme position and coming, right? Or to and fro motion. This one time taken for one oscillation. This is called one oscillation. Is going here, coming back and coming back here. Start from mean position, going there, going this extreme and coming back. This is one oscillation, isn't it? Time taken for one oscillation is called period, Now, if A is an amplitude, distance traveled, see if A is an amplitude, what is the distance traveled by the particle for one period they give. Travel by the particle in one period. One period is nothing but what? Time taken for one oscillation. What is the distance? A plus A plus A plus A. Therefore, what is the distance traveled is equal to 4A. What is the distance traveled by half oscillation? A plus A, 2A. Therefore, time taken, or what is the displacement? What is the displacement? Distance, if they ask distance traveled, what is the displacement? Displacement from mean position. But displacement from the mean position is not 0. See, these are very, very carefully you have to do. Because you start from the here displacement, going here, coming back, and after one oscillation, the displacement is 0. Distance covered is equal to 4A. Therefore, distance covered traveled is what? 4A. And when I say displacement, 0. You have to be very, very careful. These all are neat questions. This type only they will ask you. And this is called formulating a problem. How you will formulate? Suppose I formulate a problem. This is t is in second. plus 1, 2 and minus 2. I will put it like this. I draw a what is that? A wave. The wave is like this. It is going like this. The maximum amplitude is this. It is a cos function. It is coming here. It is going like this. Again what? It is not. It is touching 3. It is not touching 3. It is going not touching 4. Going 5. Then again what? Not touching 6. It's going 7. Now this is the wave. Then what is the wavelength? You can say this is the one wavelength, right? Wavelength. These are in times in what? Seconds, say. Here, at this particular point and this point, this is what? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Point A, point, what is it? E. Both are in same phase, correct? Now, point A and that means point at t equal to 0. Point at t is equal to 0. It is what? The upper position. Point at 2, it is in the downward position. What is the phase between at O? What is the phase of O and B? 180 degree. One is upward motion, another one is downward motion. That is what? Pi. Phase difference is pi. What that means? Minus pi. Okay. That means phase at 2. What is the phase at 2 second? Right? 2 second means B. That means at 2 second and 5 second. 5 second is where it comes here. That means it is coming down. This is at 0. What is the phase between them? This is minus 90. This is minus degree. What about this phase? 0. 0. Right? And what is the phase difference if they ask? From here to 90, here 90, 90. Therefore, how much? 90 plus 90 plus 360. The phase difference between B and E. B and E is equal to 3 times 90. Now, what is the phase difference between T1 is equal to 1 second, T is equal to 7 second. 1 second and 7 second. How is that phase? That you have to find out. That means point A and point C. What are the point? See, this one and this one are in the same phase. Point E. Right? This down direction, this is also downwards. There are point, this is 5th second. Now, 7th second, this is different. They are asking you, suppose, at first point, at the point A and point E. How is that? Same phase. They are in the same phase. Phase difference is what? 2 pi. Phase difference. Path difference is lambda. Remember, T is equal to point at T is equal to 1 second. The point at T is equal to 5 seconds. Let us see what is this. Point T is equal to 1 second is this. Point T is equal to 5 seconds is this. They are in the same phase. They are in the same phase. Now you must remember this. What is phase difference and path difference? Phase difference is equal to 2 pi by lambda times path difference. Remember this. What is the phase difference? Phase difference is equal to 2 pi by lambda by path difference. Sometimes delta is equal to 2 pi by lambda into path difference is x. They may give. Now what is the phase difference between these 2 points? These 2 points. See, from here, one wavelength, you have to be very point between x and y. What is the phase difference and what is the path difference? If I ask you how to do this, right, from here to here, what is the phase difference? Path difference. This is fully one wavelength. Therefore, this is lambda by 2. This is lambda by 2. And this is lambda by Lambda by 4 corresponds to what? 90 degree, right? Lambda do corresponds to 90 degree. Then what about this point? This is one wavelength, one lambda plus 90 degree. That means what? 360 plus 90. That means 360 plus 90 from here to here. See, here to here, 360 plus 90. Therefore, 2 pi plus pi by 2. That means what? 4 pi, 5 pi by 2. This is called phase difference. Then what about the path difference? If they ask you path difference. From here to here, lambda by 2. From here, see, this is lambda by 4. From here to here, lambda by 4. From here to here, lambda by 2. From here to here, lambda by 4. Lambda by 4, how much? From here to here, lambda by 4. This is lambda by 4. Lambda by 4 plus lambda by 4 is equal to lambda by 2. Lambda by 2 from here to here, how much? Lambda by 2. Therefore, lambda. That means this is amount to one wavelength. Path difference of one wavelength means this is not 5 by 2. The path difference is what? Pi will represent 2 pi, not 5 pi by 2. See, from here to here, lambda. When I say from this point to the same phase, if it is lambda, what is the phase difference? That means what? If the 2 pi correspond to path difference, phase difference of 2 pi correspond to path difference of lambda. Like this, they will confuse you in all possible method. But remember this what? This formula, phase difference is equal to lambda by. See, if the problem they ask you like this, if the phase difference is equal to 30 degree, what is the path difference? You can easily 30 is what? Pi by 6. Put that phase difference there. Pi by 6 is equal to 2 pi by lambda into x, right? That means pi get cancelled. This is what? Lambda by 12 x. Therefore what? The path difference is equal to lambda. Path difference lambda by 12. Now if path difference is very simple, if path difference is 90 degree, that is pi by 2. What is the phase difference? Delta or sometime like this. What is the phase difference? And this is path difference. Sometimes they'll use this symbol also. For path difference, this one, phase difference, this also they'll use. Symbols they may change. Now the question is this. What is the phase difference? Right? If path difference is what? Sorry. If the path difference, I'll put it in next page. Phase difference is equal to 2 pi by lambda times path difference. Right? Path difference. Suppose phase difference is 30 degree. 30 degree correspond to pi by, say 60 degree, say. Pi by 3. Pi by 3 is equal to 2 pi by lambda into delta. The pi get cancelled. Lambda by 6 is equal to path difference. Therefore, you can use in different possibilities. If path difference is lambda by 2, what is the phase difference? Let us say, I substitute. This is phase difference is equal to 2 pi by lambda. The path difference is what? Lambda by 2. 2 get cancelled. 2 pi. The phase difference is called 2 pi. Likewise, you have to do it. Another sum for the NEET they've asked. I'll try to get that sum also. Wait, this is one of the NEET sum. Now they have given y1 and y2. Two waves are given. Now what is the ratio of the amplitude? Now the question is amplitude, you have to make it here. Here sine pi by 4 you have to bring outside, or you send inside so that nothing should be there here. Here you somehow you have to make it 10. Now 5 I can make it 10. How? 10 by 2 I can do. So the 2 I can take it inside. Understood? Therefore, how I have to take the 5 by 2? is 10. This 2 I can, is it really possible to take inside that half? No, it is very difficult only. Suppose y1 is equal to 10 sine, just if I take inside, what will happen? 12 pi by 4t plus pi by 4. Then what will happen? It will go 3 times. Therefore 3 pi t plus pi by 4 sine 10 y1, and here this is again this is first equation. Next y2 is equal to, they given 5 sine, this 5 is it very difficult to 5 sine 5 pi by 2. Okay, the problem they given like this. The problem is, now you multiply this, take 10. This is for, I can write 10 by 2. This 2 I will take it inside. Therefore, sine 3 pi by t into half plus root 3 by 2 into cos 3 pi by t. Right, the bracket they have given like this. Now I made it, amplitudes are same. Amplitude are same, therefore A1 is to A2 is what? 1 is to 1. This is also sure. How you have to make it? Look, this what is this? Root 3 by 2. Sine value, this is a sine curve. But are you sure this is going to be a sine curve? You can make it as a sine curve. How to do? Let us see. This is half. Therefore, cos 60 is half. This is sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Or 60 is pi by 3. This is also pi by 3. Therefore, y2 can be written as 10 sine 3 pi by t into cos pi by 3 plus cos 3 pi by t sine pi by 3. What is this value? Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Therefore, what you get? 10 sin A plus B, is it not? That is 3 pi by t plus pi by 3. y2. This is the second equation. What do you observe from this? Here also see, here also sine, here also sine. Amplitude, this is amplitude. This 3 pi by t, this are 3 pi t. Both are. Here pi by 3, pi by, this is what is the angle? 45 degrees, this is 30 degree. Then what is the initial phase? 45 degree, this is 30 degree. That means, do you remember? If this is y is equal to sin A 10 sine 3 pi by t. Now this is what? Minus 30 degree. That means y1. This is y1. y1 is equal to 10 sine 3 pi t plus pi by, this is say y2, this is y2, pi by 3. This is 45 degree. Minus 45 degree. This is y1, that is 10 sine 3 pi by t plus pi by 4. This is a representation, vector representation. When t equal to 0, these are three waves and in terms of vectors. Right? It start here. Here it is starting. Here it is starting here. 45 degree. Okay. This is all the representation. Or maybe whatever I tell, it may be wrong also. Please verify from different textbook or discuss with other teachers. But the question is, what is the ratio of the amplitude? A is to 1 is to 1 only I have done it. And another type of problems, the diagram they will give you, that I'll try to get the diagram. Wait, like it is. Now this particular problem, how it is this? So how they have done it? +2 and -2. This is one wave, first wave, so big. Second wave, so small. But what you observe from here, that is important. What about the frequency? What is the ratio of the frequency, F1 and F2? Find the ratio of the frequency. Now, what is the period time taken for one oscillation? Is not. You choose one wave. See, this is one wave. This is the one wave I take it. Two. This is the one wave for me. From here, this is one wave for me, right? This is one wavelength. Or this is one wavelength. Anything you can do it. Now I'll start like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means what? T1 is 8 second. Okay, this is second, say. 8 second. Then what is T2? T2 is equal to what? This is one wave, no? This is one wave. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 second. But what about the amplitude is same? Amplitude is same. What about the frequency? T1 by T2 is equal to 1 by F1 by 1 by F2. That is F2 by F1. 8 by 4 equal to F2 by F1. This is 2 is equal to F2 by F1. The F2 is equal to 2 times F1. That means what? For every, see, when one wave comes here, two wave will be coming. For every one wave of 1, you'll getting 2 waves. The frequency is 2 waves. But amplitude is same. See, amplitude is what, intensity is what? Square of the amplitude we have studied. Energy is same. Which has more energy? This energy. Because frequency is more. Now there are certain possibilities. Imagine that I'll put another wave here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What about this is the third wave? What about the amplitude? What is the period? T3 is equal to what? 1 second. Therefore, T1 is to T2 is to T3 is equal to, what do you get? 1 by F1 is to 1 by F2 is to 1 by F3. Is it not? That means T1 is what? 1 is to T1, 1 is to, so T1 is 8 is to, T2 is what? 4 is to 1. Alright? This is what? 1 by 8. That means 8 is to 1 is to 1. Therefore, number of frequency is what? Frequency F1 is to F2 is to F3. Or you can write F3 is to F2 is to F1 is what? 8 is to 4 is to 1. That means, is it really correct? Just to find out. That means 1 by F1, see F1 is to F2 is to F3. If I write that 1 by T1 is to 1 by T2 is to 1 by T3. Therefore, 1 by T1 is equal to 8 is to 1 by 4 is to 1 by 1. Multiply throughout by 8. Therefore, 1 is to 2 is to 8. What do you mean by this? That means, if F1 is the frequency of the first wave, that means F2 is the frequency of the second wave. And F3 is, that means for every one wave, you are getting 8 waves. When you get one wave here, 8 waves it produces, but same amplitude you wanted, but amplitude is small, no? For that time you have to write like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Diagram should be like this. Same amplitude. Which will have more energy? This is more energy. In that case, what about the energy? Square of the amplitude, is it not? Amplitudes are same. Understood? The energies are equal. That means though wavelength is small, the energies are equal because amplitude is what? Energy. What is the energy? 1:1:1. Got it? But amount of energy per second, that is important. Here, energy received per second is what? 1/8. Here, 1/4. Here, 1/1. Like this, you can have a different type of discussions for this type of problems. Okay? Like this, if x equal to 2a cos omega t plus a cos, this is arbitrary sum. I am doing it my own, pi by 2. Whether will it work out or not, let us see. A is a periodic function plus a by 2 cos omega t plus 3 pi by 2. Find the resultant amplitude if they ask you. How to find out the resultant amplitude? Now, cos 90 plus theta, no? Cos 90 plus theta is equal to cos 90 plus theta is what? Sin theta. Which quadrant it comes? 90 plus theta. Cos is coming in second quadrant is negative. It is negative, right? Therefore, this is going to be the negative value, negative sin theta. I'll write it here. What is that? Minus a sin theta is some omega t. This is over. Then how to simplify this one? This is 2a cos omega t plus what about this? What about this? Cos 180 plus 180 plus theta is equal to cos theta only, but which quadrant it comes? Cos 180 plus theta. Cos is coming in the third quadrant. Third quadrant cos is negative. Therefore, here what I write? Here minus, this is negative, is it not negative? Cos omega t. This you are done, this you are simplified. This is there. Therefore, what? 2a, here a cos theta, right? 2a cos omega t, 2a cos omega t. If you simplify, what will get? X is equal to a cos omega t minus a sin omega t. This you are done. Then what is the a by 2? But this is a by 2. Therefore, this is a by 2. See. Plus a by 2. And see, this is cos a by 2. Plus I left it off this one. Plus, sorry. See, this is a cos omega t. This is minus a sin omega t. This is minus cos omega t. Then what about this one? This one we are not simplified. That is what? A by 2. A by 2. Cos 3 pi by 2. That means cos 270. 270 plus theta. 3 into 90. 3 into 90 plus theta. Cos. Whenever you get 3, this is called odd. Cos changes to sin theta, correct? Sin theta. Therefore, which quadrant comes? 190, 290, 390 plus theta. Therefore, cos comes in the fourth quadrant. Therefore, it is going to be a plus. Therefore, sin theta plus sin theta. Therefore, I will write it all. See, therefore, x is equal to 2a cos omega t over this what? Minus a sin omega t. Then again what? Minus a by 2 cos omega t plus sin omega t. So done. Now this part and this part. What about this part? This is this one and sin omega t. But what about this, sir? This you have not written. This is a cos omega t minus this part. Okay, but a by 2 cos omega 2. How to do this? Look, this is a by 2 cos 3 omega 2. No, therefore it is becoming sine. This is become not cos, this is sine, is it not? See, this we have already done. Again, I'll write you please. Because this type of confusion will come again and again. That is what? 2a cos omega t. This portion what will get? Minus a sin omega t. Then what you got this much? This is nothing but what? Minus a cos omega t. This portion plus, because this cos comes in fourth quadrant, it is plus only, but here I forgot to write a by 2. A by 2, then what? Cos omega t. See, this type of confusion certainly comes. See, you have to work it out once. In the exam hall, you can't sit and do that. 2-3 times you have to work it out, all the sums, whatever you are getting from the different textbooks. And once you get clear, there in the examination, you will do it without any hesitation. Right? It is like finding a path once. Right? Here what you write? 2a cos omega t. This is both get cancelled, is it not? This 2x minus x is what? 1x. That is cos omega t. 2x minus x is what? 1x. Here what happens? This one and this one. Minus x. This is minus x plus x by 2 is what? Minus x by 2. That's minus a by 2 sin omega t. X. Then what is the resultant amplitude? Resultant amplitude is square root of this square, a square. Treating this each as a vector, what is the resultant amplitude? Use this formula. The whole square. This coefficient square plus this coefficient square, what do you get? Square root of a square plus a square by 4, or what do you get? 4 square root of 5a square. Therefore, root 5 a by 2. This is the resultant amplitude. Therefore, the answer for this is resultant amplitude is equal to 5a by root 2. Now, if they ask you, suppose the sum is like this, x is equal to cos omega t minus sin omega t. What is the resultant amplitude? If they ask you what is the resultant amplitude, you can easily calculate. Resultant amplitude is equal to, what is the coefficient? Square root of, what is the coefficient of this? 1 square. What is the coefficient of minus 1 whole square? That is what? Root 2. You understood? Now, therefore, what is the resultant amplitude? Root 2. Therefore, cos omega t into 1 by root 2 minus sin omega t into 1 by root 2. I can write like this, isn't it? Then you know how to do this. This we have already done. This is same as we have done already. What is cos A minus cos B minus sin A sin B. This is cos A plus B. That is cos omega t plus pi by 4. This is also a wave. How the wave looks like this. Amplitude is root 2. This is a cos function. It will be like this. Understood? Root 2. This is minus root 2. You can use this one, omega t. What is the period? 2 pi by omega. See, you must have the calculation capacity. How you have to calculate all these things. This idea you must have. There is a problem, like there is a particle. The particle produces simple harmonic oscillation, right? Then it produces a wave. The wave is in the form of a cos omega t plus phi. They give like this. Arbitrarily. This is the way just you have to generalize. Now I put a condition. Suppose when t is equal to 0, displacement at 0 is equal to 1 centimeter. Now you can formulate your own sum. And the velocity when t equal to 0 is equal to pi. Velocity is what? Centimeter per second. Centimeter you can convert to 10 to the power minus 2 meter if you want SI unit. Okay. And suppose angular velocity is equal to pi radian per second. I give this. Now evaluate the amplitude. What is the amplitude? If I ask you to calculate the evaluate the amplitude, how to do this again? And you may, if you want, you can include what is the acceleration at t is equal to 0. What is the acceleration? You can find out acceleration. What is the kinetic energy? What is the potential energy? So many quantities we can find out because we have done all the derivation. See, that type of proficiency you must develop on your own. You know, you don't see the problem here and there. You formulate your problem. See, this is the thing I can do it now. So let's see, x is given. Therefore, x at t is equal to 0. What happened? A cos omega t is equal to 0 plus phi. Right? This is nothing but what? 1, no? 1 is equal to a, this is 0 cos phi. Right? Now what is cos phi? Cos phi is equal to 1 by a. I got this value. Just I am keeping separately. Right? Suppose a is equal to 1. Cos phi is equal to 1. Cos 90 is equal to, cos 0 is 0. Cos 0 is equal to 1. Phase angle is 0. That way you can solve. Now, what is the velocity? You know, xt is equal to a cos omega t plus phi. Now, how to calculate the velocity? Velocity at any instant is equal to dx by dt, that is equal to a. Differential coefficient of cos omega is what? Minus sin omega t plus phi into differential coefficient of t, that is what? Omega t plus phi. Then it is equal to what? See, this will happen only if you have derived already. Sin omega t plus phi. What do you get? Omega. Omega. Therefore, velocity is a function of t only now. Velocity is a function of t is equal to minus a omega sin omega t plus phi. Now, velocity at 0, what will happen? Velocity is what? Minus a omega sin omega into 0 plus phi. What happens? But v0 is what? v0 is pi. v0 is pi, that is minus a omega sin phi. Therefore, what you observe? Sin phi. And also, angular omega is equal to pi they give. Omega is equal to pi say. Therefore, pi is equal to minus a pi sin phi. Pi get cancelled. Sin phi is equal to, what do you get? Minus 1 by a. Then what do you observe from this? Cos phi is 1 by a, sin phi by a. What is cos square? Cos square phi is equal to 1 by a the whole square. Sin square phi is equal to minus 1 by the whole square. That means cos square plus sin square is what? If you add it, what? 1, no? 1 equal to 1 by a square plus 1 by a square. Therefore, what? Multiply through by a square. What do you get? A square equal to 1 plus 1. Therefore, a square is equal to 2. Therefore, a is equal to square root of 2. How is this sum? So simple. But it depends.